Good afternoon. Thank you for participating today. We will now begin with an opening statement from Coach Jones and then go to questions. Use the raise hand function to indicate you would like to ask a question. When you are called upon for your question, please state your name and affiliation first. Coach Jones, please give us a brief opening statement, and then we will go to questions.
I want to congratulate Michigan on an outstanding game, and thought they played really well. They got off to a great start tonight. Want to commend our guys. We didn't get off to the start that we wanted, but I thought they did a great job of coming back in the second half and battling and cutting it to 8, 9 points or whatever the deficit was there late. So we want to commend our guys for the way that they finished and continued to battle against one of the top 4 teams in the country.
Okay, we'll open it up for questions now. Michael Prince, please go first. Dr. Prince? Okay, we'll circle back to him. We'll start with Matt Musil then.
Yeah, Johnny, they're inside guys that made it so tough for you guys, and you guys have a good inside game, but was that one of the big differences that carried through?
Yes, Dixon's probably one of the premier players in the country. Their center, number one, outstanding job throughout the year. We knew that he'd be a force to deal with. He's 7'1", 255 pounds. An excellent back-to-the-basket player, extremely smart, crafty, and they have done a great job utilizing him all season long, and that certainly gave us some problems. Wanted to try to help inside, but they have adequate shooters as well and guys that are very capable. So anytime we played off of them, trying to help inside, they actually made us pay, and that was one of the reasons I thought we had a big deficit there in the first half.
Johnny, to follow up on what you mentioned in your opening comment, just how proud are of you, your guys just keep battling all the way till the end.
Well, I knew they had that in them. I didn't question that, and I knew that they would. Unfortunately, we didn't get off to the great start, but at the end of the day, I thought they emptied their tank out there on the floor and played extremely hard and didn't leave anything out there and have any regrets. So extremely proud of them. Unfortunately, our season ends today. But extremely proud of the way that these guys grew throughout the season and put themselves in a situation where they had a second game here in the Ncaa tournament.
Thanks, Johnny.
Thank you, Matt.
Okay, Michael Prince.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, Coach, how you doing? This is Dr. Mike Prince with the Open Mic Broadcast Network out of Texas. Congratulations on a well-played season and guys never giving up the fight. Now that you've gained this experience, what do you think it's going to take for your program and other programs to get over that hump to advance in the next round of these tournaments?
It's just going to take a little bit of luck, Mike. I thought we had a team that was extremely capable. You have to really be hitting on all cylinders when you're in these games and playing extremely well. And unfortunately, we weren't hitting on all cylinders today there in the first half to apply enough pressure to Michigan that they would feel it and maybe feel the tense pressure there in the second half. Because they had such a huge lead there. When we cut it to 8 or 10 there late, that's what we're capable of doing. And unfortunately, we weren't close enough that gap would have been a 2 to 4 point game with about 4 or 5 minutes left for us to try to overcome the deficit that we had at halftime. But that's what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, I thought we have a great core of guys, and it just take one of those games. Unfortunately, I don't think you play a perfect game, but you're going to have to come close in these type of games and these tournaments to put yourself in position to continue to be playing on. We only shot 35% from the field. You've got to shoot about 48-50%, take care of the ball, which we did tonight, but we just didn't make the shots that we needed to.
Okay, Grant Flood.
Hey, Coach, I'm Grant Flood from Insider Institute. my question to you is, this was the first time this team made March Madness since 2018. How do you look to make it back again next season?
Well, we're hopeful. With the new rule, a lot of these guys can possibly return next year. We've got seniors that can be a part of this team, and if this core guys stay together, I think they can be a outstanding basketball team. They were just really learning to play together and filling each other out and understanding exactly what it takes to win at the highest level. They won a lot of close ball games this year, even in conference play, and come from behind victories. So I think this is a great core, but again, it takes a little luck to make those things happen. And we finished well in our conference tournament, got here, and I thought our guys did a great job of making a good showing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Carter Hill.
Coach, Carter Hill with fifth quarter. Once again, congratulations on a great season. Just kind of talking about that showing, what do you hope you showed the nation, and what do you hope they take from it these last 2 games of Texas Southern basketball?
That our guys compete and they play the right way. I think they've done a tremendous job. As a coach, you want to make sure they implement your philosophy of putting your offense and defense in. And these guys did an exceptional job of going out there and carrying it out and trying to play within the lines and in the frame of what we're asking them to do and executing at a high level. And that's all you can ask. And I thought we practiced them hard. They did a great job of conforming to the things that we ask, and they were able to carry out those things out throughout the season and had a phenomenal year. I think they won 15 out of the last 17 games. And so on any scale, I think that's really good and really solid, and really proud of these guys.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Kevin Mccaskill.
Yes, this is Kevin Mccaskill Jr., FP Sports, Springfield, Massachusetts. Coach, what has Michael Weathers meant to your program this year?
Mike has been outstanding. I mean, he's a force to be reckoned with. Mike's high level, and he's a special player. He's one of those guys that he engineered our basketball team, and he was a big difference maker. Most nights he was the best player, absolutely best player on the floor, and I think Mike has another level to his game. Mike came in with a group of guys that transferred in along with him. I had to force Mike and told him that I needed him to be a little bit more selfish because he has an unselfish attitude, mentality. He includes his teammates, which is great, but there are nights when I needed him to be more aggressive and have a little bit more of a selfishness about himself with his ability to score. So I absolutely think that Mike's an outstanding player and has so much to offer.
I have one more question if I can.
Yes, sir.
Do you think the recent publicity at Jackson State in football can cross over to SWAC basketball programs?
Well, I think we've done an outstanding job even prior to and even this season. We've have great tradition here at Texas Southern in terms of basketball. We've been to several NCAA tournaments, always finishing there top of the league, always recruiting top-tier kids, and we're a very attractive campus and institution to attend. And so we actually feel like we're, really in basketball, several other programs have done extremely well because you have a lot of top-tier teams in our conference. So the publicity part, I think, is there. We're in a great media market here in Houston, and great things are happening for us, and people know when you say Texas Southern basketball, they're certainly familiar with it.
Thank you, Coach.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, Mark Berman.
Hey, Johnny, how are you?
Hey, Mark.
So what does it mean to the program, to the school, to have played on this?
Can you hear me, Mark?
I got. Can you hear me now, Coach?
Yes. You asked what about playing on this stage.
I got. Yeah, I was saying, what does it mean to the school, to the program, to have played at this level on this stage, on national television, that sort of thing?
Well, that's what you play for, and I think our guys did an excellent job of representing our institution, our community, in the city of Houston. They were phenomenal. It's been great for us. I thought they represented themselves extremely well, winning the other night with a come-from-behind victory. Unfortunately, didn't get off to a great start, but I have to commend Michigan the way that they played and the shots that they knocked down early, the way that they came out. You have to really say commend them for the way that they played. But I thought our guys performed well on this stage, and it was something they looked forward to, and it's great that they had an opportunity to share it with one of the top number one seeds in this tournament, meaning that they're considered one of the top 4 teams in the country. And for our guys to battle and be that close to them at the end of the game, I think it says a lot about the character of these guys.
You touched on it early. How big was it? What does it say about your team that you got down 24 and cut it in half, and made a game of it?
Well, it's that's the character of these guys. They don't quit. They never give up. One of our mottos is making sure that we fight and get after it every second, every play. And we like to empty our tanks out there on the floor. I thought those guys did that, and that's why we were. I thought, and we got close later in the game when we were, I guess, got down 9-10 points at that time.
Thanks, Johnny.
Thank you, Mark.
Okay, Dr. Prince.
Okay. Yes, sir, Coach. My final question is, with all that you've had to experience with your team, COVID-19 protocols, all the inconveniences that you had, how would you summarize this season, even though it didn't end the way you wanted it to?
Well, I would look back on it, and I told these guys that they're absolutely winners at the end of the day because of everything that we did go through. There were a lot of adversity. There were a lot of shutdowns, postponements, and you're dealing with the unknown, and there was no guide for what we were going through. And I thought these guys did a tremendous job of rolling up their sleeves every day, not questioning what we're doing. Most of the guys on this team have 3.0 or higher GPAs. All of them, the seniors, are graduating or have graduated already. So these guys had the tunnel vision, and they had the moxie about themselves that and the stick-to-itiveness and didn't have excuses and came to work every day. So really proud, again, of this group. Couldn't be prouder of them as well because I thought they gave this institution everything that they had throughout this basketball season.
Okay, please raise your hand if you have another follow-up question. Okay, Coach, I've got one quick one for you. What does it mean to have the NCAA tournament back after last year's cancellation?
I'd just like to say that I want to commend the Ncaa on a tremendous job that they were able to do to get this tournament going. It was very difficult, and there's some, I'm sure a lot of people may have questioned exactly what was going on, but the safety and everything that they went through with the hotels, the buses, the airplanes, to ensure the safety of everybody that was involved. Certainly want to commend them and these young men having an opportunity to go out and play, and these coaches having an opportunity to go out and coach the game that they love, and some of our fans being able to attend the games. I'm just hopeful that by next year stands will be full and we can get back after it, but certainly have to commend the NCAA on the job that they've done putting this tournament together this year.
Okay, Coach Jones, thank you for your time. We'll be momentarily have Michael Weathers on.
Yes, Mike is standing here right now, and he'll be up.
Okay,
next.
fantastic.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks,
Please
guys.
raise your time. Please use this time to either raise or lower your hand as necessary.
Thanks, guys, and go Tigers.
Okay, we'll now go to questions from the media. Use your raise hand function to indicate if you would like. First question is from Matt Musil.
My congratulations again on the season. This is not how you wanted it to end, but give me your thoughts on the way it looked like you guys were tight early, and then once you got in it, it was a little too late, but you made a great run there in the second half. What are your thoughts?
That's just our brand of basketball. Never quit, never stop playing. Always play every second like it's your last. But, you know, Coach Jones preaches to us just a never give up mentality. I wouldn't want to go anywhere without these group of guys, and I know that with these group of guys, I know they're always going to fight, and that's how we usually play.
Did you think as a group you were tight early? It's like, man, you had open shots. You would make, you and your teammates would make great drives to the basket, or you have an open shot and they just weren't falling?
I think it was just a little bit of nervousness at first, and then we just didn't hit shots enough tonight, and that was just a big part of us. We went 1 of 11 from three, 1 of 12 from three, and I think it's just an off night for us. But it was just a great season, great run, and I wouldn't want to do it with any other group of guys.
Congratulations, Mike. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Hey, Mark Berman.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay. How would you put into words what it has meant to you and your team to get this far and play at this level, even though it didn't go the way you wanted, be at this stage now?
I would just say for us, it was just truly a blessing. Like with the COVID situation, it's just unknown, so you never know what's going on. But I want to commend the Ncaa, how they held everything down and operated everything. But it was a great one that we had, and I wouldn't want to do it with anybody else. I love these guys. These guys are like my brothers, so it was a great run we had, but unfortunately it had to come to an end.
Speaking of runs, what did you think of the run y'all had in the second half that cut the deficit in half and as you tried to make it a game?
I thought if we played with that intensity in the first half, the first 4 minutes, I think it would be a different game. For us, we always want to play we always want to play 4-minute segments and win every 4-minute segment, but in those first 8 minutes, we just got down too much and dug ourselves too deep of a hole. So it was just too much for us to come back from. But I want to commend Michigan and how they played tonight.
Okay, Carter Hill.
Mike, congratulations again. You guys were a lot of fun to watch for these last 2 games. Can you talk to me about what you hope to have shown the nation these last 2 games about Texas Southern basketball?
For us, we just wanted to show that we're just a hardworking group of guys. We come in every day with a blue collar mentality, and that we just never give up. This group of guys is always gonna fight down to the end, down to the wire. But I'm glad it was Texas Southern in this tournament and that we got to represent Texas Southern in the right way. It was just a fun run, but like I said, unfortunately, it has to come to an end.
Awesome. Thank you and congrats again.
Thank you so much.
Okay, Dr. Prince.
Hey, Mike, congratulations on a well-played season, and didn't quite end the way you wanted to, but represented Texas Southern in the conference quite well. My question to you is this: with you being able to play in different avenues as your student athlete, what was your experience like for you personally being a student athlete at Texas Southern in the HBCU world?
When I first got to Texas Southern, it was open arms. So it was basically like just walking into a new family. They embraced me with open arms, and it's just a lot of fun being at a HBCU. The atmosphere, just the people around, it's just a great group of people to be around. They really care about you, and they really take the time to look out for you. And, it's just Texas Southern is just a great university to attend to.
Well, thank you so much, Mike, for representing the conference, Texas Southern and HBCUs quite well, and job well done, and good luck in your future, sir.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, Kevin Mccaskill. Kevin Mccaskill, please unmute yourself.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right. Your coach just said, this is Kevin Mccaskill Jr. from FP Sports out of Springfield, Massachusetts. Your coach just said he had to tell you to be more selfish and look for your shot more. What was that conversation like?
With Coach, he always tells me that he knows that I want to get my teammates involved because I'm just that type of person. I always want to see my group of guys around me shine more than me. But for him, he told me that he needs me to be a little bit more selfish and to look for the shot, like you said, just to help us out on more of a offensive end. But I mean, I wouldn't trade any of the moments that I had with this team for anything. It was just a great season, and being able to just play with these group of guys, it just means a lot. Even though we did talk about me being selfish and on the offensive end, these guys was on my back, guided me, helping me throughout the whole way. So I really want to commend our guys.
Thank you, man.
Okay, Gary Graves.
Mike, sorry if I'm a little late on this, but obviously, the Michigan had a size advantage, but you all weren't afraid to take the ball inside on them. I mean, how much was it intended to kind of go with that dribble drive so often against them?
With us, we wanted our game plan was to attack Michigan's bigs, but I mean, they're a great group of bigs. I'm not surprised. They work hard. They work hard every day. You can see it on the floor. You can see it. They were a top team in the country the whole year. So, I mean, it was just a great battle, but unfortunately, we didn't come out with the win.
Okay. Please raise your hand if you have any follow-up questions. Okay, Mike, I've got one quick one for you. I asked this to your coach, so you probably heard it, but how meaningful was it to have the NCAA tournament back after last year's cancellation?
It was great. Just to be back on this stage and have this stage presented in front of everybody, it's just a great feeling. I'm really glad the NCAA found a way to figure this all out and get this tournament going, and I really just want to commend them for that.
Okay, thanks, Mike, for your time and on a successful season.
Thank you so much.
That's it for today's post-game press conference. A transcript of the coach's interview will be provided by ASAP Sports at ncaa.com/transcripts. You can also find a recording of the press conference in the NCAA Digital Media Hub at ncaa.veritone.com. Thank you for joining us.